all of you beautiful souls. Meditating really has blown up lately, and I feel like with a lot of other things that have blown up, you hear people just talking about meditation and this meditating or I meditated and so forth. However, I feel like for a while, people don't really go into the details where people can really understand how to meditate. And I feel like myself, it was a really long journey of just trial and error and, having to learn the hard way when it should not have been that way. If there had been, different mentors to really go into some of the really fine but very important little details. And the first little detail, when we meditate, right, you're laying down, it's the vibration that the body is in, which is nothing more than a molecular structure vibrating, is so powerful. And by that I mean the sounds that you play, or the sounds that you have from your earphones or your television or your speaker, are so powerful, are so important, guys. So I always choose the love frequencies or the creation tones, right? And by that I mean the 528 hertz, the 432, the 741, 852, 963. It all depends on whichever one you resonate with, right? Now, some people could argue that, they each have different purposes, or they connect to different, areas or energies of the body or molecular structure vibrating accordingly to our thoughts. Through physics, we understand that to very different high levels of degrees and whatnot. But either way, the sound that you choose to play is very important, and the creation tones are so powerful. And just playing positive, loving, miracle energy. Love frequencies are called the miracle frequencies for a reason, right? And when we listen to, that's the first tip, right? Choosing the right sounds. The second tip is when we go to meditate, I feel a lot of times breathing and the mind is not empathized enough. Wim Hof was the first pioneer, from my understanding, that really revolutionized breathing and how it can really change the state of mind and consciousness that we're in, aka thinking or meditating. I know now, though, there's so many different experts that you can literally listen and practice with them guiding you on YouTube for free the breathing techniques you need or you want to use or apply to achieve different levels of consciousness or, relaxation or whatever it may be. Or DHT, that's produced when we're usually dreaming. We can produce that DHT or, different chemicals while we're, meditating. But we're not, asleep, right? Like the middle of the night. Now, breathing would be the second point. Now, so important and so under discussed is when you meditate and you start to get those thoughts start to arise to your conscious, right? Those subconscious, right, thoughts or those different moments, memories start to arise to your awareness when you're meditating. So many times. And so for so long, I was, right, at a very young age, that boy was taught, like many others, to don't just react to life. You need to think and respond to life. And it was just this constant confliction or contradicting and just these inner battles. And this struggle to try controlling, right? It's really creepy, right? I don't like that word, but it was the truth at the time. Trying to control these thoughts. And then it turned into just if I replicate enough, if I replicate, then I'm going to just be pushy with that thought. And then it was like, well, if I listen to maybe a forced subliminal, right, out of desperation at the time, maybe it'll just force that thought away. And then it would just, my eye bag, right, the eye bags were huge at the time, and just this didn't work for the long term. It wasn't authentic. It never lasted. It was just really bad. So the answer to this and what we want to do, right? The vibration of love that brought this entire planet to life, the stars in the universe all vibrate on the vibration of love. The rainbows scientifically vibrate on the vibration of love, aka the vibration of miracles. Now you were born of 400 trillion to one miracle. So your birthright or your birth frequency was the vibration of miracles, just like the rainbows, the stars, and nature, and so forth, right? So this vibration of miracles and love, which is why I suggest you meditate to it, but also when you truly, since everything starts with yourself first, you truly love yourself from within, not the exterior, right? Interior, you truly love and appreciate yourself from within. You have the self-respect and the self-acceptance, self-approval, self-love, and so forth. Then when you meditate, you're able to truly just listen first to all of those thoughts. You know, listening is one of the greatest forms of love because listening allows us to understand. Now, what does understanding or thoughts and paradigms of understanding create? What vibration? The vibration of love. The vibration of love comes through not being a fool and just knowing or thinking or the ego. It comes through listening, which creates understanding in the subconscious mind, and now you're living through the vibration of love. So you need to see when you meditate, right? So that's why you just listen to the thoughts. Just be quiet and listen. And then, right, just connect to your heart space and really just authentically connect to your heart space and just have some honest, brutally honest, just from your heart discussions and answer and respond to those thoughts. And when you truly understand and love yourself from the inside and you start to focus, right? Focus, your focus creates your reality on the inside and starting to truly understand people from the inside, aka truly love them, your whole reality and universe changes to where now when you meditate, right, maybe there was something silly during the day that bothered you. Well, you're able to now meditate and then just expose that thought for what it is. You listen to the thought, and then you just, through love is the truth, right? Right? The truth is love, and love is the truth. It's what all of life vibrates on, so forth, right? We've already discussed that. So through this love, you're able to just speak the truth with the thought. There's no ego or BS. It's just all love, and you just speak the truth. And when you do that, you always have inner peace. You always have peace. I sleep right away, like 5 minutes within hitting the pillow every single night, and it's been like that for a while now. There is only inner peace. I don't hold on to anything for more than, I don't even know, maybe a couple minutes, if even that. And I'm not bragging. I'm letting you know that, I'm not speaking out of my butt. Unfortunately, we have to nowadays with all the self-help groups. But anyways, so this is how you embrace inner peace from within, and this is how you really meditate. And an example would be you sit down and meditate, and what Susie said at work today, that was so bad. And then while you're meditating, you just give us some, you listen, and then you give us some love. Like, okay, well, it was just a misunderstanding, or Susie's really just going through some problems in her life, or Susie's just maybe just unfortunately a toxic person. But it's nothing personal, right? It's nothing personal. It's just Susie. And then now that you're seeing through, past the ego or, these dogma masks and labels, and you're living from within through self-love, you're just like, okay, then whatever. Let's just let it go, it's nothing personal, whatever. Or, maybe it's, you dive really deep in your meditations and you start to, after a lot of listening and responding, you start to dive deeper and deeper, right? This is how you dive deeper. And through all of this listening and responding, you get really deep and you just get to this point where you're like, oh shoot. You know, it was dad. It was mom. It was dad or mom that was, you know, maybe abusive or whatever it may be. I need to really listen to this, the root of the problem, and really start being, you know, giving some love to whatever that childhood issue is. I wish all of you the very best, right? This is how you meditate. This is how you connect to the present moment and find inner peace in this beautiful, limitless present moment. And let go of all of that bad juju or the past, which honestly no longer exists, which truthfully no longer exists, right? So, excuse me. Have a beautiful day, folks.